They're Cinemans.
What the fuck?
Wait, these motherfuckers are still sending Harry back to live with abusive relatives? 5 f***ing movies in, and honestly, the Hogwarts people are just as bad as Voldemort in my book.
Once again, I hate to repeat myself, but they're sending Harry back there because his mother's weird blood voodoo magic is still working and protecting Harry from Voldemort if Harry is living with her sister.
Dementors show up just as Harry is about to serve this asshole cousin some long overdue justice.
Are you sinning the fact that Dudley doesn't get served his long overdue justice? Because what the Dementors do to him is way worse than what Harry would have done to him. So you shouldn't have any problem with it.
Fat, out-of-shape Dudley can keep up with somewhat athletic Harry while running.
Well, if you are scared to death, you will run 100 times faster. And I'm very sure that Dudley is way more scared in this situation than Harry is.
Since when are you able to keep a Patronus on retainer?
Are you saying Harry shouldn't be able to direct his spell where he wants it to go? No, I don't think so.
Who did this to you, boy?
Considering Uncle Vernon's character in this series, it's amazing he didn't already blame Harry.
If you don't cut the scene short, you see Vernon blaming Harry like a second later, so this thing is complete bullshit, man.
The Ministry has received intelligence. You performed the Patronus charm in the presence of a muggle.
However, our intelligence did not notice the 2 Dementors that would have sucked your face off. So you must have been frivolously conjuring Patronus charms for no reason.
Yes, that's exactly what the Ministry thinks. They can detect that Harry is using magic, but they cannot detect that Dementors were there. Plus, they don't even consider it an option, because Dementors are being controlled by the Ministry and they think they all are in Azkaban.
You are hereby expelled.
Oh no, Harry's been expelled from Hogwarts? How are they going to fill the next 2 hours of this movie and the 3 movies after it?
Yeah, but Harry doesn't know that. He's living in his own world. And just because you know it's gonna work out doesn't mean you can't empathize with a character who thinks he's completely and utterly fucked.
How the f*** did the Ministry find a witness to testify to Harry using magic outside of school in this instance, but not in any of the previous instances he's done it in basically every other movie?
Only other time he has done magic out of school was when he blew up Aunt Marge, and the Ministry knew that. Remember how Fudge was already waiting for Harry by the Leaky Cauldron when he got there, and said that, it's not a big deal. Now it is a big deal because they think Harry's a nutter, as they say in this movie like 500 times if you didn't notice. And in the first movie, when he made the glass disappear in the snake house, Harry wasn't enrolled in Hogwarts yet, so that didn't count. Ministry doesn't go after kids who do accidental magic.
Dumbledore has persuaded the minister to suspend your expulsion pending a formal hearing.
What?
A perfectly logical thing to happen considering Dumbledore's influence. And again, you can't just sin stuff because you think it's predictable.
So wait, they don't have a chimney or a magic boot or some shit to transport Harry where he needs to go? They just fly around London and say, if muggles see us, f*** them?
This is not really spelled out, but just think about it. Both of these ways of transport are overlooked and regulated by the Ministry, and they are going to a secret rebel organization. Wouldn't want anyone to know where it is, right? And you can't track brooms.
Okay, so now you're just pissing me off. I hope I don't see the Palace of Westminster now. F***. Things! London!
Ah, I see a thing! Sin, sin, sin!
You know what could have been even cooler than this? A magic building not in London that doesn't have anything to do with a regular Muggle apartment building. I've just wrapped my head around platform 9 3/4. How do I wrap my head around this?
Why? This is the base of the Order. Why wouldn't they pick the last place anyone would suspect anything of? They don't care about how cool it is.
Harry is still amazed at shit like this. Dude, did you not see the tent in the last f***ing movie?
Well, you saw it too. But to quote you from the previous scene, you are still trying to wrap your head around platform 9 3/4. I guess magic isn't that easy to get used to. And plus, why wouldn't he be amazed about a building just sliding apart? He hasn't seen shit like that.
The Order of the Phoenix.
Roll credits.
What? Order of the Phoenix is mentioned in the film Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix? I cannot believe it.
Dumbledore made us swear not to tell you anything.
So why are Hermione and Fred privy to this super secret knowledge that concerns Harry?
Harry is specifically isolated by Dumbledore because he doesn't want Voldemort to get in his head and get this information out of him, as is explained in the movie later.
If it wasn't for Harry, we wouldn't even know Voldemort was bad.
No shit. And the guy's been in like 1,000 adventures that no kid should ever have to go through. And he fought Voldemort. This secret is the most ridiculous thing ever.
Well, imagine you had a kid, 15-year-old kid, and he has had the most horrible life imaginable. Would you like to tell him that your life is not gonna get any better because you have to kill a Dark Lord, or he's probably gonna kill you because you're just a 15-year-old kid? Would you want to tell him that?
Just because you're allowed to use magic now does not mean you have to whip your wands out for everything!
If use magic means have sex, then yes, they do.
How the fuck do you even come up with something so random? And are you saying you can have sex only if you have a dick and you wave that dick around everything all the time? Well, this joke was definitely written before the Me Too movement.
Haha, hilarious. Why do these wizards even need to use the f***ing subway again?
I don't think it's a stretch that Mr. Weasley, who is completely obsessed with muggles, would take this opportunity to take the subway with Harry, who knows how to use it, and that would be Mr. Weasley's best day of his life.
Also, man, I just can't figure out the physics of this thing. There's an entire extra floor of telephone booth tucked up in the top of this telephone booth? We've said it before, but magic this complex makes you wonder why there are such things as problems in the wizard world.
Well, didn't you see the tent in the last movie? You know, the one with a lot of space that seemed like not a lot of space. The one that you just mentioned a minute ago. It's the same thing. Plus, are you still saying that all the problems in the world can be solved by having space? Get out of here.
Use of magic chimneys makes you wonder why Harry and Mr. Weasley didn't do this.
Stop saying the same thing twice.
Interdepartmental memos. We used to use owls. Mess was unbelievable.
Why the f*** is the rest of the magic world still using owls?
Multiple reasons. First of all, owls in the Harry Potter world are extremely intelligent and can deliver the letter even if the person writing it doesn't know where it has to be delivered. Also, owls flying around is way less suspicious to muggles than fucking magical paper airplanes, alright?
Also, these magic memos have to take the elevator to get delivered.
How is it a problem?
He's explaining to Weasley what Bill Murray said at the end of Lost in Translation.
Stupid joke alert.
So, Mrs. Fig is what's known as a squib, a muggle born to wizard parents. But the ministry says muggles can't see Dementors. So why does anything she say hold any weight at all?
No, she is not a muggle born to wizards. She is a squib, and there is a difference. For example, one of the differences is that squibs can't see Dementors. So yes, she can testify.
The odds are astronomical.
Someone in a fantasy movie about magic says something is impossible because of the odds.
No, someone who is living in their real world and is working for the government says that. This is not Deadpool, man.
Professor.
Dumbledore continues to be a dick to Harry even after helping Harry.
For reasons that are explained at the end of the movie.
Sirius risks his own life, the mission, and Harry's life just to show him a picture. Well, and he's going to die at the end of the movie, so we need to add in some fluffy bonding shit to inflate the sorrow for the audience later.
That is Sirius's character. He's reckless and doesn't give a shit.
The ministry is interfering at Hogwarts.
Oh no, you mean the government is telling a school what to do? That's just f***ing unheard of, man.
Knowing how Dumbledore has been running this school, yes, it is.
I said I'm fine, Ron.
Harry Potter is a dick to Ron's.
Oh no, our main protagonist is a flawed character. Let's send this shit. Fuck off, good writing.
Flying owl signifies the passage of time cliché.
What you would prefer, a black screen that says 1 month later?
Really, your medieval methods.
Professors would never have this argument in the full view of students in the middle of a heavily trafficked area.
Yes, they would, because they are trying to gain authority and put down the other teacher's authority in students' eyes.
Things at Hogwarts
are far worse than I feared.
Why is she suddenly turning to address the large group of eavesdropping students?
Same reason. Gotta let those kids know who's the boss.
Wand block.
Why are you so obsessed with replacing the word wand with the word dick every time? It wasn't funny the first time.
Jesus, I know they're magical people, but shit. Open courtyard public shame firing? There's no decency here? I thought all these people were British, for fuck's sake.
Umbridge is the main villain of the movie. Do you want her to be nice and decent?
Professor!
Whatever Dumbledore's reason is for ignoring Harry, he's unwittingly creating a new Voldemort. What the hell is wrong with this guy?
Nothing. He is written as a human who makes mistakes, you know, we do that sometimes.
She's taking over the entire school.
So far, this movie should have been called Harry Potter and the Really, Really Bad Teacher Nobody Liked.
Fuck off. Umbridge is a great antagonist.
Hey, we need some kind of transition between scenes here. Okay, just have Voldemort whisper Harry in the rain and then dissolve to an establishing shot of the school. Brilliant!
Did you want a title card that said Hogwarts?
Wait, you made them all sign in ink and paper for a clandestine magic training club?
I've made lists of way less important stuff. For example, a list of stupid sins for this video.
Which way you going, Longbottom?
Okay, there's an obvious sin of cliché bully behavior going on here after 5 years at this place, but I'm not sure if I need to award it to the bully characters or the screenwriter.
Are you saying bullies stop bullying at the age of 15? Is that the golden age when everybody turns all mature and stop bullying? There's a fucking teacher at this school called Severus Snape who's still a bully.
Filch falls for this.
Filch is probably the dumbest character in the series, so yeah, Filch falls for this.
Believing in yourself.
Whoa, Harry, have you thought about maybe dating this girl right here? I mean, I like Cho and Ginny Weasley as much as the next guy, but you might be overlooking someone.
What exactly makes you think that Harry should date this exact girl that you know absolutely nothing about? Also, low-key pedophilia round 5.1.
Neville reaches deep down to his British roots and conquers India.
That's racist. A very good joke, but still racist and irrelevant to the plot and the movie, and so sin, but very good joke.
Twilight, y'all.
Alright, Jeremy, whatever.
Room of requirement does not furnish condoms.
Whoa, slow down, it's just their first kiss. Plus, if they needed condoms, I'm sure the room of requirements would deliver.
How was it? Wet.
Well, this movie got a whole lot more interesting.
Knowing you, I expected a sin off here. And also, low-key pedophilia around 5.2.
To penetrate your mind, you will attempt to resist. Prepare yourself.
I'm not going to tell you how to resist, but resist, damn you.
Yeah, that's Snape's character. He's a dick, you know. That's actually the first thing you ever said about him.
So wait, is Snape still in Harry's mind? What the hell happened? Snape just knocked Harry and us into next Christmas.
I don't think you actually care about any of these establishing shots. You just sim the ball.
Mother did that after I ran away.
These movies and their tragic character backstories. Everyone's got a sob story. Harry's parents died. Sirius's mother was abusive. Hermione's parents are muggles. Ron's family is poor.
That's called writing interesting characters. You know, they do that sometimes in movies. Also, how is Hermione's parents being muggles a sob story? I sense a blood purist here.
I just feel so angry all the time.
Yeah, you're 15. Welcome to puberty. Geez, does Hogwarts not have a sex ed curriculum so these poor kids can understand their bodies?
No, it doesn't. And also, this is a little bit more than just puberty. He has a fucking Dark Lord in his mind, alright? I think if anybody has the right to be angry, it's Harry.
Fresh air, you know.
Oh, yes. As gamekeeper, fresh air must be difficult to come by.
Whoa, touche. Dolores Umbridge would be amazing at Cinemasins.
Yes, but it's still not a sin of the movie.
Dumbledore's got style.
Wow, way to take one of the few black characters in these movies and make him a walking stereotype.
What, you saying black people can't think stuff is cool? That's racist.
Dumbledore gone. I'll likely be getting a sack any day now.
Didn't Umbridge visit you and already do that?
Well, clearly not, as he's not yet sacked.
I think you've got an admirer.
You have no idea.
What are you saying? Are you saying this is pedophilia around 5.3? I'm confused.
Harry's dad is addicted to Snape, causing Snape to be addicted to everyone forever.
Sinning interesting and logical backstory.
Umbridge lets herself be fooled into walking way out into the haunted woods with the 2 students she's been the most suspicious about from day one.
She's very full of herself and it doesn't even cross her mind that 2 wandless kids could pose any threat to her.
Tell them I mean no harm!
I'm sorry, Professor. I must not tell lies.
Irony.
And good irony shall not be sinned.
Put your name on it.
Random crystal ball with crucial clues to the rest of the series just happens to be found by Neville while they search for Sirius.
Voldemort deliberately showed Harry the number of the row and the place where the Sirius is because that is where the ball is, so it is pretty likely that someone will notice it.
We interrupt the 5th Harry Potter installment to bring you Eyes Wide Shut. Shut your eyes wide, kids.
Are you saying no movie ever is allowed to feature masks anymore because Eyes Wide Shut did it?
All you have to do is give it to me.
Either Lucius is lying about the whole prophecies can be retrieved only by those about whom they are made thing, or he f***ed up this whole lie by telling Harry that, because this prophecy would be useless in any hands other than Potter's.
Retrieved by. It is already retrieved by Harry from the shelf so Malfoy can take it. Even if we assume that he couldn't use it, Voldemort definitely could because the prophecy is about him as well.
None of the rest of these movies would even need to take place if Voldemort would just let his Death Eaters kill Harry and steal the prophecy.
Yeah, but Voldemort doesn't let anyone kill Harry because of what he has learned of the prophecy already. And again, you are setting characters making bad decisions when it makes sense for the characters to make the bad decisions.
Shocker, right? I mean, didn't you say it wouldn't work like this? Or did that lie you pulled out of your ass turn out to be true?
He will give it to Voldemort. That is his mission. Not to hear the prophecy, but to get it to his master.
She killed him. She deserves it.
Voldemort is right.
How is that a sin?
Hey, Harry, mind using a spell? Maybe take out Voldemort right now while he's occupied with Dumbledore?
Harry doesn't really care about anything right now because his biggest father figure just died and he's just in shock.
And you'll never know love or friendship.
The power of love kills the demon cliché.
Then you might as well send the whole franchise outright and never watch it, because that is basically the main point of the series.
Also, this is probably why Snape was a poor instructor for that whole get Voldemort out of your mind training, because he too suffers from that you'll never know love or friendship thing. This movie is indirectly a dick to Snape.
Knowing love or friendship has nothing to do with being able to control and understand your own mind.
Alright, that's it for the Cinemasins sins. Now on to the sins the Cinemasins missed. And while we're having this intermission, if you enjoyed the video so far, why don't you scroll down there and hit that subscribe and ring the darn bell. That way you don't miss any videos I upload.
That's the mid-90s Fahrenheit tomorrow.
There is no reason why a UK radio host would call the temperature out in Fahrenheit. America, keep your shitty measurement systems to yourself. Thank you. The design on Dudley's shorts changed. The only spell that affects the Dementors is the Patronus charm, but here Harry uses Stupefy and it actually works. The Ministry expels Harry for performing one spell in front of one Muggle, and they proceed to tell him about it by setting off a howler, aka a letter that speaks on its own in front of 3 Muggles. Makes sense. Holy crap, Harry Potter's a maverick. LoganPaul.com/shop. Go buy my merch. Actually, I have a merch of my own. You can buy these shirts. Links in the description. This week's shirt is this. Yeah, see, very cool. Okay, go buy it. Cheers. The flowers in front of the house change.
Straight upstairs, first door on the left.
Molly tells Harry to take the first door to his left, but here he clearly passes his first door to the left and goes to some other door. Either Molly is a liar, or Harry is a legilimens, or probably this is just another sin. The same dude goes by twice. Does this mean the prestige is part of the Harry Potter universe? Here's a theory for you. Here's a puddle that wasn't there before, so I don't think Mr. Weasley pissed himself, so dang! Why doesn't Harry notice Thestrals pulling that carriage? He would clearly see them there. Hey Seamus, someone performed shirtless on tacos on you. Ah, classic Hogwarts pranks. Harry's suddenly wearing a different shirt. The writing on the chalkboard gets smaller between shots. Spoon, no spoon. Spoon, no spoon. The suitcases move around and I don't think these have beasts in them to move them. The way they hold their wands change between shots.
Really good teacher, Harry. I've never been able to stun anything before.
Well, you've definitely stunned my boy Harry here.
Not a sin.
The sweat stains decrease in size. I don't think that's how it works.
But shield forms can also be equally useful against a variety of opponents.
No, they are not useful against a variety of opponents. They are specifically designed to defend you from one specific opponent, a Dementor.
Boys and girls are not permitted to be within 8 inches of each other.
Wow, I'm impressed Jeremy didn't take this opportunity to make this awesome 8-inch wand joke here.
Not a sin.
Looks like Grove's gift is actually magical because it teleports back to him from Hermione. The prophecy is suddenly one shelf lower than it was a second before.
The orders are on their way.
By which time I shall be gone.
What do you mean orders are on the way? Wizards have instantaneous means of transportation. Why do they take 10 minutes? What are they doing? Alright guys, thank you so much for watching the video. I promise the next one will not take as long to come out. I know I've been away for a while, but that is about to change. I promise you that. I know I say this almost every time, but this time I will hold my word. But if you really want to be sure that you get my videos and you don't miss out on them, then make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell button so you get notified when I upload. If this is your first time here, make sure to check out some other videos on my channel. I've done a similar video on all the previous 4 Harry Potter movies as well, and loads of other movie videos as well, not only Harry Potter, so take a look. And if you're some rich Russian mobster who has nowhere to put his money, you can throw some to me. Just go buy some of my shirts. You can drop some on my Patreon as well if you feel like it, but of course it's not obligatory. Alright, see you next time.